Okay, let's try this again. So we're gonna showcase the AK. Okay, so the reload isn't that sick, but it does make an interesting noise, so we'll go ahead, I'll do that real quick. And then in a dark setting, you know, with low light, it still glows, and this is what that's looking like. Nothing too crazy, just like no color, you know, and then just the glow. But I honestly like it a lot. It's one of my favorite legendaries. I love all the cyber legendary skins that they've added. But yeah, so the AK still is what it is, obviously, you know. It's the same weapon, the only difference is now it looks different and you have a red dot. You know? A lot like the Magnum. It's pretty much the Magnum's iron sight, except it has like those weird the weird U shape around the dot. I think that's very weird. But that's what it's looking like. That was like the most lucky nade throw that I've ever seen. But yeah, the AK still, I have everything, and not everything, but like I have a lot of stuff that's mainly just tailored around recoil control and stuff like that. And this thing still has a lot of recoil. Which kind of sucks because like the AK doesn't, it's not like the AK deals a lot of damage as it is or anything, you know? I mean, it does if you get headshots. I think it takes 3 headshots with an AK, which is kind of crazy, honestly, to actually think about. You know, you play like any other game, like CS or something like that. It takes 1 headshot with an AK. And this, the game's like, let's make it 3. So it's kind of an interesting choice, but yeah, so basically a headshot does 50 damage with the AK. Has a fairly slow rate of fire, high recoil. I mean, here's without controlling it, and this is with multiple recoil attachments. I have the stock for recoil control, the grip tape for recoil control, and I also have I said grip. Yeah, that's it. I just have the grip, a stock. That guy got flashed, man. He got lucky. But I have the grip, the tape, and the stock. I believe the invader stock. I'll show my setup in a sec, but yeah, so that's with multiple recoil controls. It still has that high recoil. So yeah. But I really love the legendary skin. I think it looks great. I'm probably gonna get at least emerald camo on this now. I'm at like 1200 eliminations, I believe. But I honestly, I mean, the AK is not terrible. Alright, here's my setup. The AK is not terrible, it's just like, it's not, it's like worse than like 80% of the weapons we have, just because of the low damage and the recoil. Bro, who is throwing all these flashes? It's actually annoying. But I believe, yeah, so about 800 more we'll have emerald. I really like the cyber skins a lot. The Vector, I believe, is the other one that they have, and then the 44 Magnum, I think. I'm not sure if the 44 Mag is actually in the legendary category, or I mean the cyber category. But I believe that it is, because it has pretty much the same iron sights as this, with the 44 Mag. So I would assume that it would have to be in the same, like, you know what I mean? And there's never the 4th for quad. When I actually, like, have an easy one, like, I didn't take any damage there at all. You know, those 3 guys were clueless. It was just like, okay, simple, 1 more guy, never there. Did I just get 1-tapped with an Uzi? That literally what just happened there? Okay. Uzi's sick though, not gonna lie. Uzi is, I've made a video on it, if you're still low level, it's probably one of the best secondaries you can actually get. or sorry, primaries for an SMG. Very good even at like range, which is crazy for. I honestly think the Uzi is probably better than the AK as a whole, which is like really crazy to say, but that's my opinion. Yeah, so the AK is not the worst. I do like it a lot more with this red dot. I think the irons on the regular AK are kind of trash in this game. They're just too big and like restrictive of your view, in my opinion. And that's somebody that loves the AK irons in like every other game that I've played. I think that red dots on AKs look absolutely terrible, but since this has the whole skin to go with it, I think it's acceptable on this, and that's why I'm using it. I mean, you can't like take the red dot off or anything, even if I wanted with the legendary skin, but I mean, I think this legendary skin looks absolutely sick, so I commend them for putting it in the game. I commend whoever designed it. They did a great job. I love all the cyber legendaries. I'm not a fan of most of the other ones, if I'm being honest. I do have. I'm trying to think. I have one that's not in the cyber category. I think. I'll check in a second, but all the legendaries I have, I like all of them a lot. Let me take a look really quick. So we have this cyber. I have both cyber ones. The Lux, yeah, the Lux category. I love the Lux Vector. That thing looks really cool. But yeah, so I now have all the cyber legendaries. I'll probably, if they all look as cool as this one, like, or the other cybers, I'll definitely buy the next cyber legendary, regardless of what weapon it's for. Like, it could be for the G18 or the G17, and I would still buy it. Again, no quad feed. Unlucky. Could have had 2 quad feeds in this video if my RNG was a little better. Because I did everything right there, you know. I got the 3-piece, but we could never get the I can never get the quad on that when you want it. But that's just how the game works, or just, you know, whatever. See, like, look at all those headshots it takes. That's like crazy to me. Tried to go behind inside the container. I don't think I ever actually really used the Groza. I've always heard that it's pretty good, but I've really only used it in like gun game. Oh, we're at a 3.6 KD right now apparently too, which is... I didn't think I was doing that hot in the beginning, but I guess we changed it around. 3.5. That's probably what we'll finish the game with. They'll probably cap the point, I would assume. We're at 8 minutes now, so I kind of hope that they do, honestly. I mean, I can end the video whenever though too, so it's whatever. There's another 3. If I'm not a betting person, but I would have bet 100% almost that there was going to be somebody on this little ramp. Because there almost always is, but there wasn't that time. But 3.83 with an AK, which for me, considering how bad I dislike the AK, that's pretty darn good. Once again, here's the setup. And you can throw on something like this too, you know. But all these pretty much decrease your ADS speed and mobility, and it's already at 89 and 74 handling. So, and it already has a lot of recoil even with all those attachments, so that's just what I use, but yeah. I think that'll be about it, I guess. That's pretty much showcasing the whole weapon, so. We'll probably grind emerald on it, but that won't be for a while.